Welcome back, beautiful souls. Before we get stuck in with our karakia, I'd just like to explain to you a little bit about this channel. Okay, now I did talk about it. I think it was in the message from yesterday, or it may have been the day before. This is Spirit's channel. Okay, this is actually about them. I am all but a conduit for their messages to come through. Okay, so it's quite interesting realistically that we are on a channel when these messages are being channeled from Spirit. So I just want you to know that whatever you hear is from Spirit, and they are trying to guide you the best they can. How? Okay, the other thing regarding that is that if there is somebody that pops in your mind that you believe would benefit from this message, please share it with them, because at the end of the day, it may be for them. Even if it's not for you, it could be for someone that you know. So the sharing of these messages would be greatly appreciated, along with subscribing and liking them too. Please feel free to also comment, because interaction is really good to get the energy to come through, and it also helps to create a community of support for people. I do read all the messages, and so understand that that is greatly appreciated by Spirit. Okay, so let's get stuck into it here. My shuffling is not very good today. Okay. Creator of our souls, thank you for bringing us together and for protecting and guiding us as we travel our journey throughout this lifetime. We ask for your support as we serve you for the greater good. Please bring to light that which needs healing, the darkness that needs forgiveness within ourselves and therefore others. Bless us with your presence through these messages and help the collective to understand your divinity within. Amen. Okay, so the first card out, we're going to do a little bit of different placements with the Celtic Cross today, but I just want to kind of play with this and see what works best. So we're going to pull the first card out, which is about the present time, your state of mind, the situation, right? And we will, this first card, we will look at in the book. Okay, we have schizophrenia here, but I want to get the rest of the cards first. Okay, so do we want to? No, we want to pull from the deck. Okay, so bottom of the card here is the outsider. Okay, underlying energy that is. Okay, so celebration, this is the challenge or block, and if cleared, this is going to be a lot easier. This is interesting. Okay, could be people around you, could be sort of this party thing, right, going on. It could be that. Okay, so the past events that have left up to this moment is participation. Okay, that would make sense if that's to do with partying, but we'll see what that comes about. Okay, near future is maturity. Love that. Your goals, totality. Okay. The next one out is creativity. This is your subconscious, something you may not be aware of. Okay. The advice or invitation for you is silence. I'm hearing someone laughing at that. Fighting. This is the external environment, the influences around you. Your hopes and fears. Completion. And the outcome. Moment to moment. Okay. Nice. Alrighty, so let's get stuck into this here. And let's get, have I got my googly eyes? This is the $1 million question. Let me get them. Okay, so got me googly eyes. I should have come prepared, but that's okay. Gave me time to find the correct page. So let's have a look at this here, shall we? So this is the present time, right? This is the state of mind or situation. The person on this card brings a new twist to the old idea of getting stuck between a rock and a hard place. But we are in precisely this sort of situation when we get stuck in the indecisive and dualistic aspect of the mind. Should I let my arms go and fall head first, or let my legs go and fall feet first? Should I go here or there? Should I say yes or no? And whatever decision we make, we will always wonder if we should have decided the other way. The only way out of this dilemma is, unfortunately, to let go of both at once. You can't work your way out of this one by solving it, making lists of pros and cons, or in any way working it out with your mind. Better to follow your heart if you can find it. If you can't find it, just jump. Your heart will start beating so fast there will be no mistake about where it is. Wow, that was kind of like, I was like, this is going really dark right now. But anyway, but I know what they're saying, right? You get that. Okay. And realistically, like I interpret that as about going into the heart, coming out of the mind and into the heart here, because the mind isn't serving you at the moment. Okay. Man is split. Schizophrenia is a normal condition of man, at least now. It may not have been so in the primitive world, but centuries of conditioning, civilization, culture, and religion have made man a crowd, divided, split, contradictory. But because the split is against his nature, deep down somewhere hidden, the unity still survives. Because the soul of man is one, all the conditionings at the most destroy the periphery of the man. But the centre remains untouched. That's how man continues to live, but his life has become a hell. The whole the whole effort of Zen is how to drop the schizophrenia, how to drop the split personality, how to drop the vivid mind of man, how to become undivided, integrated, centered, crystallized. By the way, the way you, let's start again. The way you are, you cannot say that you are. You don't have a being. You are a marketplace, many voices. If you want to say yes immediately, the no is there. You cannot even utter a simple word yes with totality. In this way, happiness is not possible. Unhappiness is a natural consequence of a split personality. Oh, wow. How powerful is that? And also the fact that we have totality up here, and this is in the position of the goals, which is pretty incredible actually. I'm just going to leave that open in case I want to refer to it, because that is such a powerful message. I absolutely adore it. Anyway, so that makes sense to me why this challenge or block here could be this celebration, right? Because it could be that there are people around you, and when I was talking about partying earlier, this could be the case, that it is that you want to say no, but you are saying yes because there's something in you that would like to grow. If we are continuing on from the previous messages that have been given before, this could very well be about drinking, partying, that addictive nature, right? This could be simply spending time with people who you feel are no longer your people. You know, this could be about being with family who you don't really resonate with anymore. It could, obviously apply it to your situation. I could go through a thousand scenarios and I still don't hit the mark for your situation. So you know how this will apply to you. We then, in the past events, that have led up to this is participation, and I kind of feel like that speaks for itself. But what I want to say about this too is this is actually gathering, I feel, all the that aspects in nature. Like if we look, well, not even in nature, but if we look at the tarot, and you have the four suits, right? Wands, swords, water, and air. And we gather all those in to the center here. This creates, I feel like this is representative of the heart, yes, and all these elements can help us to reach this position, right? And when you go out in nature, you have the sun, you have the rain, you have the night, you have the day. There's all sorts of stuff that leads to this one central point. And I'll come back to that a little bit later when I move through the cards here. We then have for the near future maturity, and this is a new beginning in a new way of doing things. I feel like there's some direction that is going to come into your psyche, and you're going to, I want to say it's kind of like a download in a sense. It's gonna, what I'm being shown here is like a piggy bank, and it's like there's a coin that drops into the piggy bank, and it's sort of like the penny drops, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to do in order to go forward to, and it's kind of like doing it with maturity, right? There's a fear for some of you that you're going to be locked out, that you'll be the outsider, and this potentially is what has stopped you from moving forward in the past. For others of you, it may feel like you're an outsider anyway, that you've always been standing at the gate trying to fit in, and it doesn't quite feel like you do fit in. And potentially it's the case that you're not meant to fit in because you're meant for greater things. We then have totality as the goals, which is what this was talking about before, reaching that totality. That, what did it say? See, it's not in my mind. You cannot even utter a simple word, yes, with totality. And so this is about truly meaning what you say. You know, when you say yes to something wholeheartedly, it means you truly want to do that. And this is what I feel like, that's like that connection is just not there. Because you say yes potentially out of obligation, because you feel you should, or that you don't want to miss out. You know, there's a bit of FOMO going on. You still want to be part of everything. You still want to belong, even though you don't truly feel like you do. And so this is accepting that you are in a place that is a lot freer than being behind the iron bars. And once you understand that, you're able to go forward with a lot more freedom and a lot more grace, I feel. This in your subconscious, this is something you may not be aware of yet, but there is something inside of you that is incredibly creative, whether that be art, whether it be about handling the situation. You know, it could be to do with anything when we're talking about the arts, right? It could be dance, it could be music, it could be writing, it could be anything creative, you know, cooking, it could be making your own channel, it could be putting yourself out there into the world to say, hey, look at my art. This could be something that you're yet to discover, and maybe this journey is going to reveal this to you, right? But at the moment you're not aware that this is actually there for you. And by turning around instead of looking through the gate, which is not only closed but also chained and locked, you will discover this creativity that is there. The light will shine on it, right? Silence. Now, this is what I was referring to earlier about coming into this center point here, going into the silence, and this is where the heart, you feel the heart, the essence of the heart, and what the heart truly is about, right? This is our life force. This is our guiding force. And this is what leads us, whereas the mind will get us into these predicaments. Because look at this here. Two exact same positions, right? That someone has got themselves into. Because it wasn't the heart that was leading, right? And the only way is to go fall down, you know, and it's not that that's to say go jump off a cliff and everything, you know, it's not about that, right? It's about fall into yourself, fall into the truth of who you are. When you fall, you discover your heart. When you make the choice, you discover who you truly are. You tap into that creativity inside because you have allowed that possibility to come through. Yes? Beautiful. External influence and environment. This is this fighting, right? This is outside of yourself. So you could be around people who are always battling, always fighting. And it could be that you feel like you have to wear this suit of armor. And potentially this suit of armor is what has kept this creativity from being kept inside, from being, it's unable to express itself because the suit of armor has had to have been worn in order for you to protect yourself. And this is where it's difficult to feel this heart space, to go into that, because there's always this vigilance and this tiptoeing around of, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh my gosh, is my armor on? Yes, it is. I've got to be careful of this. I can't say this. I can't do that. And yet it's hard to let go of that environment because we're so used to being in that environment that if we stepped away from that, what would that look like? We don't know that. That's become a norm, and it's become our I want to say comfort zone, but I don't really like that because it's uncomfortable. But the uncomfortable has become the known, and sometimes the known is easier to live with than the unknown. Because we're already living in a state of fear. We're already living in a state of uncertainty. And then we go and add more uncertainty onto that by stepping into the unknown. Sometimes we've spent all our reserves just coping with the known, which is horrible. And we have nothing left to be able to step into the unknown. And it takes every ounce of being for us to be able to do that. And sometimes there is just nothing left. But I feel like there is something in you that is mustering up that courage to go forward and do this for yourself. Because now is the time, right? This is ultimately what your hopes are, I fear. Your hopes are, I fear. They're just, I feel, is what I was meant to say. Because I was thinking hopes or fears. And I want to say, though, oh dear, sorry, I'm so in the zone, and I feel when I get in this zone I actually feel like I'm slightly drunk, even though I don't drink. I do though, I feel drunk, and so when I say stuff like that it just cracks me up because I'm yeah, anyway, I'm thinking, could it be a fear? Because the completion could mean endings, right? And so that could be quite fearful for us. And of course, stepping into something new can, you know, be scary, like I said before, right? But the completion of closing this out and putting all the pieces into place so that you can move forward is something that I feel you are aiming for. So the outcome here is moment to moment. This is, I feel like all this is leading up to this step by step, right? And this moment to moment ultimately is about living in the now. It's not about living in the past nor the future. It is the now. The present moment is the only moment that exists. It's the only thing that is real. Everything else is an illusion, even the past. Even the past. Right, it no longer exists. It's happened, it's done, it's finished. So it doesn't exist anymore. The future has yet to be created, and that is up to us what we want that to look like. So the present moment is all we have now. And so your next step is entirely your choice. The power is with you. How exciting is that, right? How exciting is that? Incredible. Okay, so let's have a look here. Let's have a look at, we'll get some clarification on the schizophrenia here. Tell me more. Schizophrenia, look at this. Fear. Fear of letting go, fear of what is to come, fear that you will lose everything. And I kind of feel like for some of you, what more is there to lose? Because for some of you, yourself has already been lost. It's a matter of going out and gathering up those pieces of the puzzle that make up you, right? And maybe this is what you've been in the process of doing. Okay, so celebration. Tell me more about celebration, please. Look at this. Assessing whether this is the direction you want to keep on going in. You know, is this what I want? Is it truly what I want? And honestly, given the energy of this reading, I would say no. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here looking for answers. You'd be out partying, and you'd be okay with that, right? And so, yes, it's taken a while to gather up these Seven of Pentacles. But this is, you know, realistically, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Okay, so maturity. One card for me. Oh, no, we're up to participation, sorry. The past events. Yeah. Heavy load to carry, man. Heavy load to carry. And this is it. The Ten of Wands here. This person is at the end of this journey, right? At the end of this journey. I want to say to you to call on other people to help you if you feel you can trust them, if you feel that it's safe to do so. Okay? Otherwise, because this person is carrying these 10 of Wands, did I say 10 of Pentacles before? I don't even know, but 10 of Wands anyway. Maybe if I did say 10 of Pentacles, maybe this is leading to the 10 of Pentacles. Maybe it is, right? Anyway, you know, if there's no one you can trust and you feel this is a journey you have to actually embark on alone, then maybe it's important for you to move in silence, right? And does that mean it's going to be easy? Not necessarily. Does it mean you have the strength to do so? Abso-frickin-lutely. Of course you do. You're you. I mean, come on. Honestly, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that. I mean that because the energy that I'm picking up from this reading and the readings, you know, prior to this one, is this is not for the lighthearted. This is not for somebody who just, you know, walks on some pebbles and is a little bit like, oh my gosh, that's too sore, I have to run inside, and is precious. No, you are absolutely freaking, yeah, you are something to write home about, put it that way. And so I think it's important for you to give yourself the credit that you deserve and know that honestly, I am absolutely rooting for you, because in order to make this journey and to also have been through what you've already been through and still be here trying to find a way to make it better and find a way out, that takes guts, man. That takes courage. And I take my hat off to you. So this is, you know, yeah, you are something off the charts. And people need to give you credit for that. And I would like to be here to say that you have that credit from Spirit. They are seeing you go through this. They are watching you. They are here for you. Please call on them. Your team want you to call on them, and because they are here to assist you. Whatever it is that you're going through, even if it doesn't seem like much, say, compared to the next person or what you may have been through, it's still a big deal for you, right? And Spirit are here to help you. This is why they're bringing this message through. This is their way of guiding you. This is why you found this message. This is why it has come to you. Okay, whether it's now, whether it's next year, whether it's 10 years down the track, this is for you. Okay, maturity. Tell me more about maturity, please. Yeah. This is you rising above the battle, rising above this kind of business, and going, no, I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I deserve more than that. And I am moving forward. 100% good on you. Look at this. The moon jumped out there. And, you know, this is you walking into the darkness, even though it's scary, even though you don't know what it's going to bring, but you're going to do it anyway because you are you. You are who you are. And that is, wow, you know, bow down to you because far out. Okay, goals. Tell me more about totality in the goals position. Tell me more about this, please. Just don't like how that didn't flip or jump or leap. And I feel like with this goals, it could be the case for some of you that you've tried to do this before and it hasn't quite hit the mark. And whereas now it will, you know, it will, that last link is kind of there to do this, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, look at this. 10 of Pentacles. I'm sure that's what I said, that this is what it's going to lead to, right? When I said before something about the 10 of 10 of Wands, and maybe it's going to lead to the 10 of Pentacles, and this is what you are aiming for. This could even be in business, right? Because we do have some Pentacles here. Yeah, so this could be you striving to get to where it is you want to go and trying to get the right business plan or the right, you know, whatever it is, and you know, going out on your own and doing that. And maybe that's scary for you, which is understandable, but yeah, this is what you're aiming for, and I absolutely love that. Okay, so subconscious, what you may not be aware of. You may also not be aware of the ability to get creative about this, right? See, look at this person going, yeah, see, going out on their own, embarking on this journey. And yes, it's going to be a battle, but this is more an internal battle than anything, and the battle is not as big as what it may appear. Okay, it can more be in our mind and cutting things out that don't serve you. So yeah, but I want just one card for creativity. I like the extra message though, thank you. Creativity, one card. I think lots of things flipping over there. There it is. Ace of Swords. Yeah, see? In order for this creativity to be exposed, there are things in your life that need to be cut out because they are hindering you. Silence. Tell me more about silence. The King of Cups. Look at this guy sitting on his throne here. He owns it. He owns it. He knows what's in his cup. He doesn't need anybody else to come do it for him. He knows what he stands for. He knows everything about himself, right? And he sits there in his throne and he knows who he is. And this is what the silence is going to help you with. Coming to that place of purely and utterly loving yourself. Fighting. Oh. Choices. You have choices. There's always a choice. You can choose to engage, you can choose not to engage, you can choose to go elsewhere, you can choose to stay. There's always a choice. But with this, there can be lots of choices. Should I do this? Should I do that? I feel like this is indecisiveness, and it's sometimes just a matter of taking the leap, just letting go. Just let go and go. No matter which cup you choose, you need to go, right? I mean, obviously it's up to you. It's not for me to tell you what to do. This is just to guide you and to give you, because at the end of the day, these messages are really as a confirmation for you. This is not to predict your future and Prince Charming is going to come riding in and save the day on his white horse and you're going to live happily ever after. No, you know, if that happens, great. But this is a confirmation for you because you know deep down inside what it is you need to do. These messages are just to confirm that, because yes, it can be difficult when you're in a situation to see things clearly. And sometimes it takes something like this to clarify that, yep, I need to do this. I'm on the right track. Keep going. Okay, completion. And the hopes and fears. Completion. tell me more about this. One card. There it is. Temperance. Here we go. Everything in moderation, right? Just be careful not to go overboard with things, and because once you have that completion and you step free, and this has come up in the previous readings, is it can be easy because you've been sort of in this for so long. It can be easy to go overboard with things. So just take your time, okay? Enjoy the freedom, but be very mindful. Also, I want to say about this is this, as above, so below, right? And going into the silence here will teach you that what is, you know, from spirit here is within here. And so this is getting a nice balance of that, and understanding that that the God within exists. Okay. Some of you will get that, some of you won't. Some of you are yet to get to that point. Yeah. Moment to moment. One card. Queen of Cups. I love it. Queen of Cups. This is beautiful. Look at her. Her cup looks like a freaking trophy, right? This is success. This is you getting to where you need to go. And this is you living in the now. You know, sitting on your throne, just like the king down here, sitting on the throne, owning it. You know, and this is your advice to your outcome. So you taking the advice leads to this outcome of being the queen, sitting on her throne and owning it. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter, because we have the king here too. But that's you owning it, you know. And the thing about the queen as well is she's sitting on this throne. She knows, you know, it's low tide at the moment. She knows when the high tide's going to come. She knows how it all pans out. She knows exactly what she's doing. There is no question. And there could be a bit of fear for some of you that I'd never get to that stage. I've never been at that stage before. But the fact of the matter is that you can get to that stage. And this is the process to it. Because once you get there, that confidence is going to be so great that you're going to be like, oh, holy heck, never dreamed that I'd be in this position. And there you are, right? Okay, I'm going to pull from the angel number oracle cards because, which is a little bit off the beaten track for, you know, the energy of the reading. But I was shown before I started this reading, I had gone and liked something on Instagram, and I was the total likes then were 3333, and I was just like, whoa, I was blown away by that. I thought that was pretty special. And then when I came in to do this reading, the time on the clock was 333, and now it's just 3:33. And it's going to be 4 3s soon. Oh my God, I need to keep watching to get that. So in that regard, they got 3322. In that regard, I feel like we need to get a card here. So let's go silent for this. There it is, 3333. Okay, guys. Love it. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming that these are the right cards. Is that, do I need these ones? No. Here's one, 1313. I love that, how the siren just went off. Oh, that's a cool card. There's the next one, 1414. Wow. Okay, one more card. We want one more card because I know it's there. This one? No. One more. There it is. 7777. Okay, guys, let's get into this. 1313. Starting fresh. Encouragement, goals, foundations, creative ventures, communication. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. Amazing. I love that. Okay, I just love when the final cards confirm everything, and I never expect them to, because sometimes they can bring additional messages to give you something else, but I love this. Okay, 1414, light up, mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, quality. That is quality, yeah. Focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. Beautiful. And 777, perseverance. Change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, enlightenment. There is a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll know just what the right and then you'll just know what the right next step is. I love that. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right next step is. That was a bit of a tongue twister. But anyway, that is amazing. Love that. I'm going to leave that with you. Take care of your beautiful self, and I shall see you next time. See you. Bye-bye.